It's so early. And this camera is yellow. We started class like 30 minutes ago, and I didn't have time to get like a real lighting setup. So I just turned one of the vault lights over here, and I look tan. Well, I might move this a little closer. Let's see. I'm still getting set up when we got started, but this will have to do. Hopefully I don't screw up the camera and we don't have to start over again. If we do, it is my fault. Also, if the comments live aren't on the replay, that's my fault again. On like when you're setting up the live stream, there's some buttons you have to click, and for the life of me, I keep forgetting to do it. Good morning, guys. Hopefully for those of you in Europe, it's not quite so late at night and you're actually able to join us. And for those in the morning, breakfast whiskey. Or save this to watch later, assuming you're working. I am going to be looking down a lot because my laptop is normally up here where I can see it, and now it's down here. But I'm standing at the barrel where we used to shoot here in the vault. That's not a green screen. That's the actual vault, in case you're wondering. Let's see. Oh, walking the dog. Look, see? Look, it's the vault, guys. It's the vault. Kind of fun to be back in here. Oklahoma. All right. So I had somebody pull these, tape over them, and like mark over them. So we're going blind. And I will probably be in here tomorrow too. So I'm probably going to, I'm not going to leave the camera set up, but because during the first day of class, we always do a tour in the vault with the students. And so after they're done with class today at like 4:30 or so, this is not a whiskey class. This is a business class on how to build marketing and character structure for your marketing campaigns. And around 4 or 5 o'clock before dinner, we always come into the vault and sit down, and I give a tour to the class. And so I'll have to move all this camera set up. Gabe, migraines are the worst. I'm so sorry. I've never had one. I have several friends who get chronic migraines, and it's the weirdest thing. One of the few things in the world we still don't truly understand and don't know how to stop or fix. There's just mediation devices. But, I'm glad you're watching. Hopefully it'll be a little easier than drinking. Flaviar's third pick of the day. So far, what we've gotten is a couple of marketing releases. Let's see what this one is. Ooh. Oh, man. Riley got Brimstone from Balcones for day 3. Oh, man. That's intense. Okay. Let's see. Hello from Russia. Oh, it smells like Scotch, guys. We got some Scotch. It smells like really fruity, malt, musty, not smoky, or not very smoky. What is that? It's a peach. Really honeyed. I'm going to say this is in the direction of Highlands. Not quite space sidey. It's not enough butterscotch. It's very fruity, very pretty, light. Bourbon cask forward. Maybe some sherry. But if it is, it's delicate. I'm getting way more of the vanilla cream than I am of. Oh, too early to guess. Tony Nelson, are you drinking the Flaviar calendar? Because I don't think it's Balvenie Doublewood. And the reason is there is, in Balvenie Doublewood, there is a bigger, in my memory, I should just get it down. In my memory, there is a bigger sherry impact on Balvenie Doublewood. And I love Balvenie Doublewood. It's one of my favorite go-tos in a bar. This one is a little too creamy, but it's musty. It's got some real nice malt barley musty notes. Okay, here we go. Taking our first sip. 10 a.m. You know, when we were shooting Vault, I know I said I was going to take a sip. This is when we shot almost always. And then we shifted it to the afternoon. But for the first like 5 years of the Vault channel, we shot at 10 a.m. and we would shoot 4 episodes. And there was a lot of sipping, but not a lot of real drinking. And then we eventually we're like, this is a bad idea. We should move this to the afternoon. And we did. We moved it to like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. That was a better call. But yeah, it used to be that this was, and when I was blending for Crowded Barrel and I was doing the bottling releases, all the best sensory happens from about 2 hours after you wake up until about 11 a.m. So like if I would get to work at 8, best sensory happened between 9 and 11. That's like really the sweet spot for good sensory. And yeah, Alex Schaefer, it does feel a little unfair to be able to choose the Vault to cheat guess on what I'm drinking. But I like this. It's simple, but it's nice. Yellow Spot breakfast whiskey. Ooh. Oh. This reminds me of Deanston-ish. It's not Deanston. It's not floral enough for Deanston. It's good, though. It's a good one. I like it. What is it? Remember when I used to wander off camera all the time? I'm about to do it again. This is what you call high action TV. There is a heavy, dense floral note, but I'm not getting, it could be Altmore. I'm not getting, who was that? That was Raymond DeWitt. Man, Modern Rogue, that's old school. Way to go, David. In Deanston, there's a honeysuckle note in the nose, and I'm not getting it. That's my marker for Deanston, is this weird green honeysuckle. And it's not here, but it is in the palate. Super funky floral. And I'm really liking this day 3. It's not the best thing I've ever had, but it's just a solid, good bourbon cask forward Scotch, I think. So let's see. Not Aaron. Aaron has this grape note, not because of sherry, but this like grape juice note in Aaron. That's even in the new make. I've tried Aaron new make, and it's in there. It's from their fermentations, and it's so recognizable for me. But it's not Aaron, but good direction. Okay, are we going to look it up? Is that what we're doing? I'm going to peel the tape. I was just hanging out with Brushwood a couple of days ago on his property, and it was like old times. I see Brushwood more frequently because he's on the board of directors here at Wizard Academy. But I haven't been able to hang out with him on his property at the Modern Rogue headquarters, and that was really fun. Brushwood is good people. The big reveal. Oh, I was gonna get my phone because it says Scotch, which, I mean, come on, we knew that. Scan the QR code. Scanning. And loading very slowly. Oh, it's Loch Lomond. 3 different types of American oak. 12-year-old Loch Lomond. I have no flavor markers for Loch Lomond. I don't drink it enough. I like the Ink Murin, which is the repeated releases. Let's see. Product details. Oh, that's not helpful. Product description, maybe? Yeah, peach, pear, vanilla. A whisper of smoke. Really? I'm not getting the whisper of smoke. It's too much of a whisper, and I'm part deaf. Okay. Black Lomond. They're really doing just a solid job of just middle of the road, good quality, classic malts. And I like their grain whiskey too. Yeah, I'm not deaf yet. It's most. Shut up. It's mostly. Let's see. It doesn't tell us anything other than Michael Henry Master Blender, bourbon, refill, and rechar. Oh, it's 3 types of American oak. That's why I'm not getting any sherry notes, because there's no sherry notes. It's all American oak, refill, rechar, and then bourbon cask. So yeah, of course, it's like quadrupling down on everything bourbony. I like it. Kilkerran is a good choice, Jeff. Okay. I'm going to move to Master Malt because why not? And I got tape over it and it's marked off. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, this camera does do the zoom thing correctly, but the lighting's weird. So I've been taping and marking over so I can't read it. Oh, man. The thing about Master of Malt's calendars right now, Mordremic, that's an interesting one. Mordremic is there's so many of them, and I want all of them. I want the bourbon one. I want the EU one. I want the malt one. I want the old and rare. I added up what it would cost to buy all of the Master of Malt calendars, and it was a shocking number, but I still want them all. Oh, ABV. Sorry, I should have told you that. 46 on the Loch Lomond. Okay. Yeah, I'm a Scotch for the bourbon drinker. You know what's really weird is I haven't found that to be mostly true. Riley. Is it Riley? Yeah. You would think aging in a bourbon cask for a Scotch would be like right up the alley for bourbon people, but it's not in my experience. Because what happens is the bourbon is such a light touch, the bourbon barrel, that it pushes the barley notes forward. And so you get all your vanillins and all your, toasted notes, but coconut, but you also, it just pushes the grain barley. And so for people who aren't used to barley, there's nothing to hide it and it just buries it. What I have found is that bourbon drinkers, in my experience, tend to like a little bit hint of smoke where it's not smoky, but it's like a hint of a little bite because it mirrors that tannic bite from new oak, and also sherry cask. I don't know why, but a lot of fainty, funky, rich sherry cask. I found a lot of bourbon drinkers gravitate to sherry cask, even though you're not going to find that in bourbon. And then every once in a while, I'll find somebody who hates Scotch, and then I pour them like Octomore, and they're like, "Oh, well, this I like." That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I would guess, Riley, that probably the sherry sweetness correlates to that bourbon corn sweetness. Absolutely. But for some reason, it's the vanilla, the super bourbon casky Scotch that tends to turn them off because it just accents all the malt notes. As far as on pricing, I think Fizz, they're about the same price, a couple $100. And so far, I prefer the Master of Malt calendar. Although getting a Loch Lomond with Flaviar was a nice touch. But let's try the Master of Malt right now. Guys, I'm going to do this video, drink these whiskeys, and then I'm immediately walking next door and I'm teaching for the next 4 hours. So wish me luck. I'm sipping, not gulping. I have to. Ooh. 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 Speaking of sherry cask, we got another Scotch. Oh, man, that is deep sherry cask, but it's not Glendronach Aberlour dark sherry cask. It's a lighter touch sherry cask, but still very sherry, very peppery, very dark fruits, but not heavy head dark fruits, like a lighter, like a fresh fig instead of like stewed, dark roasted notes. Man, Tony, if this was Loch Lomond 18, that would be hilarious. We have had 2 18-year-old scotches in a row. You think we're going to get 3 18-year-old scotches in a row? We're definitely getting Scotch across the board. Huey, no smoke. Also, Huey, thank you. So excited for that advent calendar that you sent. Haven't opened it yet because Emma is out of town, and I want to wait until she gets back on Friday, and then we'll start sampling. So, I mean, we gotta be careful because that'll mean like 6 days of whiskey all at once. But yeah, I'll let you know when we open it. Okay. How do I achieve this level of aura? It's ceiling lighting. No smoke. Just sherry. Oh, and Kvetcha, it's not a secret blend that Emma's working on. It's just a large brand bourbon owned by Diageo. Just Google it. What bourbon brand does Diageo own in the United States? The largest volume sales. They're also doing orphan barrels and stuff, but yeah, Googling. Okay. I really like this one. It's almost pipe tobacco, sherry musty. I don't know what it is, but it's real good. It smells real good. Ooh. It's a little softer than I wanted it to be. Tamdu is not a bad guess. It's not sweet enough for Tamdu. It's a little too earthy. What is that? It starts soft and a little bit thin and then sort of unrolls into peppery, dried fruit, dried notes, tobacco. Jura? Man, it's been so long since I had Jura. Maybe. Definitely not Glenallachie. Not enough sherry, that kind of sherry. The Glenallachie sherry to me is more juicy fruit. Like, juicy fruit is gonna move. And, but this is drier. This is like if instead of flowers, you had the hanging dried bouquet dangling for decorative purposes. It's in that direction. It's dried fruits. It's not Balvenie. Too musty. What could give a light touch dark fruit? I think if I was guessing, it's low proof. That's going to help. But also, sherry cask is not as fresh. Also, older. So if it's older, then the barrel impact will add a dryness to the sherry aging. And so you get that dark fruity sherry, but then the barrel impact starts to ramp up and it dries out the sherry notes, producing that sort of lighter dried fruit effect. And so my guess would be this is a slightly older, I mean, I'm going to say it, 18 plus sherry cask with a wide cut, really earthy, deep, weighty malt. And by wide, I mean like weight, adding weight to the cuts. Not Glendronach. Glendronach to me, darker fruit, juicier fruit. Even the Allardyce, it's so sherry, more sherry than whiskey. This is definitely whiskey with sherry impact. Okay. Not Glenfiddich, not peppery, and not enough of the bourbon cask. If it's Aberlour, I'm going to be shocked. Aberlour to me falls in the same Glendronach territory where it's like really juicy sherry cask fruit. Glenoyne, maybe. I don't have a marker for Glenoyne, so I couldn't even tell you. I'm always referencing the ones I have actual markers for, and then you get these other distilleries, and I don't. Yeah, Aberlour 18 was day one. Yesterday was Bruichladdich 18. That was great. And yes, I did just do a mouth click and a finger gun. Yeah, Riley, come to level one. Be happy. Hey, remember, if you're watching this, Riley, use the alumni rate because you're part of the community. Anybody watching this, use the alumni rate to register for Whisky level one. That takes it from $4,000 to $2,000. And that covers all your flights and everything now. It's all lowercase alumni, or email me and I'll give you the written version of it. Yeah. Oh, it's 10:20. I got to ramp this up a little bit. Any questions? And then I'm going to unveil this. Where's my bottle? I peeled it while I wasn't paying attention. I picked it up and there's nothing to peel and I just saw what it was. I must have been like, go watch the video. Evidently I was fiddling with this thing and didn't realize I was peeling off the sticker. It's Bunnahabhain, the bunny. That's what Dad and I call it, the bunny. Pour me another dram of the bunny. Bunnahabhain 18. So is this whole calendar 18-year-old whiskeys? Because that would be hilarious. We posted all of the level ones for 2026 on the website so that everybody could plan ahead for next year. So all of the level ones for next year are already published on the website, ready to sign up. Master of Malt Premium Whiskey and Bunnahabhain 18. Hell yeah. You know, I've got like a dozen Bunnahabhains, independent bottlings, and I mean, maybe like 15 Bunnahabhains over there. We don't have the Bunnahabhain 18 in stock over there right now. So we're really working it. Level one whiskey Psalms. If you come in with a base knowledge of whiskey and we mail you some books to prep, it's not the textbook. It's just like, read this to get a little grounding. You'll be fine. Crowded Barrel still source the whiskey, or is it all done in-house? It's still mostly sourced. They are making their own stuff, and we were making our own stuff from the day we opened. It just wasn't a lot of volume. But still, 90% of what you buy at the tasting room at Crowded Barrel is sourced from somewhere or something. Okay. That's good. All right. Oh, man, if you don't have Bunnahabhain, the Bunnahabhain 12, I think, is one of the great whiskeys. It's an Islay distillery, but it's not a smoke bomb unless you get the smoked variations. And it's just a beautiful balance of richness and sherry cask without the sherry dominating, like Glendronach and Aberlour tend to, or even Glenallachie. It's a balanced, great malt, man. I love it. Oh, bourbon and American single malt. Yes, me too. I love American single malts. Crowded Barrel does not go to retail at all in any way, as far as I know. Or at least they didn't when I was there, and I haven't heard of a change from that. So, if you can't see, let's see, I'm going to point to the corner. No. No, it's too... you can't see it because of the camera, but in the back corner of the vault, I cut a hole in the middle of the Scotch section, and that's where I put American single malt. Because I felt right. It just felt right. And so there's a whole middle section of a L-shaped 2-shelf section, 18 inches on either side, floor to ceiling, entirely American single malt. Because hell yeah. Okay, if the 12 has too much sherry, mixing it with Aaron 10 is a great idea. I'm going to do that with the 18. Let's just see what happens. Unscientifically, a dash of Aaron 10. Okay. And yeah, Aaron 10. There's that grapefruit juice. Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding me about teaching. I'm not downing it. I'm just going to take a sip. Ooh. Okay, wait. Remind me, who was it who said that? Venetianization? I'm giving you credit. This is great smelling. It did. It softened. It added some like rounded fruitness and light fruits to the dark sherry accent and the mustiness of Bunnahabhain. Yes. Yes. Did you stumble on this by accident, or were you playing around with a bunch of different blends and then this was the one that was like, oh, that one actually worked? Because this smells great. Son of a bitch. That's awesome. I mean, the Bunny 18's good, but that dash of Aaron 10, that's magical. Wow. Okay, guys, we all heard it here first from Venetianization. So good. So get your hands on a Bunny 12, maybe not the Bunny 18, since you're and the Aaron 10, pretty accessible. And what I did was probably, Venetian, what's your mixture? Because mine was probably 70-30, 70 Bunny, 30 Aaron at about I eyeballed it. But that ratio is awesome and better than everything on this calendar right now. I like this. Okay. Oh, Bunny 1/3. So you did the reverse. 2/3 Aaron, 1/3 Bunny. Okay. I could see that. I like Bunnahabhain, and so that maybe is separating us slightly, but I'll try that one too. I'll try the inverse ratio. All right, we're 3 minutes from me shutting it down because then I got to go over and prep and then be ready to teach. But thank you guys. This is fun. Tomorrow's teaching schedule, and then we'll know when I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep trying to mix it up so that everybody in different time zones gets a shot to hang out live at least once. It looks like in the morning it's working on, and then the after. You know what? If I schedule it for lunchtime, my time, I can definitely pull it off. So let's do 12 p.m. Central Time, because I'll have to take a break for that anyway, and I won't miss any of the teaching. So I'll probably put it at 12 p.m. tomorrow Central Time. So, dinner / evening in Europe, lunch break for the US, breakfast for California. Any questions? Yeah. Give your boss here's what would be really funny. I'm not going to give you my cell phone number, but give your boss the number for the visitor center. Tell them to patch them through to me. And if I'm not teaching, I will absolutely explain to your boss why you're drinking whiskey at 11 a.m. If you Google Wizard Academy and look up the phone number, that'll get you to the visitor center desk. And if you reference this, like Daniel just told me to call, and then when they try to transfer to me, they'll say, some guy just said you told him to call on the YouTube channel. That would be really funny. Okay. Well, like, I can't explain it to your wife. That's a very different conversation. I could apologize for you. Although if my wife was here, she would be drinking with me. So mileage may vary. Ooh, I love this blend so much. All right, guys, one more minute. I hope that you are having a great day. It is December 3rd. We're partway into the Advent calendar. I like this doing two because it lets me pick the one that I actually preferred. So far, Loch Lomond was a win on the Flaviar calendar, but I still prefer the Master of Malt calendar. So we may end up just defaulting to Master of Malt next year. We'll see. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'm really glad that you're here. Cheers to you. What a great blend.